Hi, and welcome back to Become Your Child's Best Teacher. I'm Jennifer Ransom, your educator, trainer, and coach. Today I want to talk about the non-negotiables in our lives. So, there's many things we do every single day that we don't necessarily write down, think about, but they happen every day. They build the core structure for our lives. I want to sit down and have you, with me, focus on what are those non-negotiables. Not just in your daily life, but to talk about as a person, as a parent, and for your family and your relationship with a spouse or a significant other. Now, to kind of start directing your thought process about what's non-negotiable, what are you willing to commit to, what is important to you, I want you to think about creating what I call a commitment statement. Now, you're going to have commitment statements for yourself. You're going to have commitment statements for you and your spouse that you're going to work on together, and you'll have a family commitment statement. So, where this all comes from is years of research. So, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, amazing, amazing book. I have read this one, and then I'm in the process of reading this one, which is The Habits of Highly Effective Families. I will be sharing a book review on this one at the end of August these parallel. They have the same habits, but one focused on family and one focused on personal change. So I want to start thinking about this, what Stephen Covey calls a mission statement, but what I want to call a commitment statement. So personally, this is going to take some journaling. This is going to take some thinking about thinking back to your core and your values and what you view as important to yourself, what's important to you as a parent, and what is important to you and your family. So, first thing that I've done is just journal about that. Like, what are those for you? And what's that going to look like in your life? So basically, in order to do that, what I've done is created a dream board. So you can't see all of mine at this point, but here you go. So this is just some of the things that are important to me. So this could be important quotes, pictures, visuals, something to make your values, your thoughts, your dreams a reality. So if you can see them visually, if you can stare at them daily, if you can I have mine right in my desk area, so I'm constantly looking at it, and gives me inspiration every day, because when you wake up in the morning and you kind of have that, I have to face the day, right? So if you can approach it with this feeling of excitement and knowing that you're working towards these big dreams for yourself, for your family, and for your spouse together, right? And so I really feel like doing this dream board work is really fun to do as a family activity. So as part of your family meeting, which should happen every week, sit down together as a family and get some magazine clippings, go even do some research before you get together and say, hey, bring some pictures that you want to show what family is for you. So if you have older kids, this could totally be a fun project. For littler kids, involve them, of course, but I think it's important for you to really focus on what is that big picture for you and for your family. So you could have a dream board for yourself, a dream board for you and your spouse, and a dream board for your family. So I'm not saying to do all these, pick one. Start by journaling, start by doing a dream board. Another great thing to do as a non-negotiable every day would be to create some sort of like gratitude journal or something that makes you think about at the end of your day, what am I grateful for? What happened today? What kind of memories do I want to remember from today? I highly recommend this. A friend of mine recommended it to me. It's 1 line a day, a 5-year memory book. So what it does is for 5 years, you put in the date. So here's the date, January 4th, and then 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20. So you'll be able to go back to a page and remember what happened the year before. It's a really good way to think back about memories, but also to use it as a gratitude journal, use it as an inspiration quote journal, any way you want to use it, but to do it consistently, right? So when we talk about commitment, we talk about the fact that you're making a choice constantly, right? And committed over time. And having some sort of dream board, some sort of commitment statement makes it so that's how you're living your life every day. That's your ultimate goal. And so if you have that type of vision and just it gives you that positivity and excitement to kind of start your day, because I know as parents, you're super, super busy. You don't have a lot of time. And so if you can think about, hey, when I go and approach my family, when I work with others, when I am just running around with the kids, I know what my purpose is, and I know how I want to work with my children. I know how I want to spend time with my spouse every night. I know that I want to take some personal time for myself by journaling or exercising or meditating or whatnot. So finding these things that are non-negotiable in your life and committing to them. Commit to them every day, building those habits that will structure your positive life for the long haul. So, moral of the story, create a positive commitment statement for yourself. Who do you want to be when you show up to the world? What are your values? What type of person do you want to be when you see others? How do you want to interact with others? Okay, so that's your first personal commitment statement. Next, how do you want to prioritize your relationship with a significant other or a close friend? How do you want to build those relationships with those people closest to you? And what kind of time do you want to spend and commit to every single day so you build that relationship as well? Especially also in the parenting realm, having both people come together and strategize together and commit to not only their relationship, but also how they want to work with their children. Having those conversations are really big, and sometimes they don't happen because things are wild and crazy. So take a date night, go on a walk, talk about your vision for your relationship and your family. Next, to create a family commitment statement. Now, Stephen Covey talks highly in this book, which I'll talk about again next month, but I wanted to talk about how he discusses that involving kids is such a big buy-in piece, right? So you want your kids to don't lay out rules for them and expect them to follow them. You want them to be a part of this process, and ask even young kids, ask them what's important to you. Why is family fun? What type of house do you want to keep? Do you want everybody to be having fun? Do you want to talk every day? Like, what are those priorities for you and your family? And sit down and talk about that over a family meeting. Now, it could happen over several weeks. This is something you're going to develop, and it's going to continue to change as maybe there's another kid in the family that comes in, or you move, or just as you graduate through life. So I hope you found this training helpful, and just really think about those non-negotiables every day. This is how we build our lives, and this is how we build positivity and be able to attain our goals. All right, thank you so much, and don't forget to share this with your friends, and comment, like, and subscribe. And check out my latest training every week. You can get it in your email by signing up below. So I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.